Toss-up number 3. What English term used in geometry literally carries itself around the outside of a circular area?
B3.
Circumference.
Circumference is correct. Circular area. B team, your first bonus. What circle-related term from the Latin word for to touch is a line that touches a curve at exactly 1 point?
Tangent.
Tangent is correct for 5 points. Your second bonus. A secant is a line that crosses a curve at 2 or more points. From what Latin word with what meaning is secant derived? Secco to cut is correct for an additional 5 points and a full 20 on toss-up 3. Toss-up 4. Agrippina the Younger and Drusus Caesar were among the descendants of what notable woman of the Julio-Claudian family who was the only daughter of Augustus?
C3.
Octavia Minor.
Sorry, that's incorrect.
B4.
Brutus.
Brutus is also incorrect. And no buzz from
A1.
Julia.
Yeah, Julia's correct. Well done, 10 points on the toss-up. Never mind. Okay, first bonus. Sorry about that. Which children of Julia the Elder were designated as heirs to the throne ahead of Tiberius prior to their deaths in 2 AD and 4 AD?
Marcus and Gaius.
Halfway there, Gaius and Lucius Caesar. And then second bonus, what was the relationship between the Emperor Caligula and Julia the Elder?
Julia was his aunt.
Incorrect. Julia was Caligula's grandmother.
Oh.
But that is 10 points on the toss-up for A. Toss-up number 5 for any player. Using the verb sequor, say in Latin, you are following.
C2.
Sequaris.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. If we can clear, I'll repeat for A and B. Using the verb sequor, say in Latin, you are following. Okay, that's twice through an adequate time. That's all we'll call time. It's sequeris. Yeah. But you were close. So no points on toss-up 5, and it is time for a score check.
Team A has 10 points, Team B has 20 points, and Team C has 40 points.
You got a game, though. Admit and exit our people quickly since we figured it out. Okie dokie. Time for toss-up number 6. Which figure in the underworld traditionally paid in obols?
C2.
Carol.
Carol is correct for 10 points. Ignored the spirits crowding the riverbanks who could not pay the fee for his ferry. It's Carol. First bonus, C team. Which crafty Corinthian king, improperly buried by his wife, took advantage of the traditional Greek burial rituals to escape the underworld?
Sisyphus.
Sisyphus is correct for an additional 5. Second bonus. Which brother of Sisyphus was also in the underworld, in his case for the crime of imitating Zeus with torches and clashing metal?
Salmoneus.
Salmoneus is correct for an additional 5 and a full 20 on question 6. Toss-up 7. Describebamus nunc proprietates dictionum in hac sententia. Regina a civibus laudata erat laeta. Quae pars orationis est regina?
C2.
Nomen.
Nomen is correct. Regina. First bonus, C team. Quae pars orationis est laeta?
Adjectivus.
Incorrect. It's neuter. Adjectivum. Close though. Second bonus, quae pars orationis est erat.
Werebone.
Werebone is correct for 5 and 15 total on question 7. Toss-up number 8. Against a fleet commanded by Hanno the Great, where did the Romans, led by Lutatius Catulus,
C2.
Agates Islands.
Agates Islands is correct, effectively end the First Punic War in 241 BC? C team, your first bonus. As part of the war indemnity imposed on the Carthaginians, what island was given entirely to Rome as its first province outside peninsular Italy?
Sicily.
Sicily is correct for 5 points. Second bonus, in 238 BC, what Carthaginian man and father of Hannibal was given chief command of the Punic forces?
Hamilcar Barca.
Hamilcar is correct, or Hamilcar Barca. Full 20 points on question number 8 for Team C. Toss-up number 9. Quid Anglicae significat venenum?
C2.
A rival.
Rival is incorrect. Clear, and I'll repeat for A and B. Quid Anglicae significat venenum?
B3.
Poison.
Poison is correct for 10 points. B team, your first bonus. Quid Anglicae significat interdum? Captain, need an answer? No.
In between.
Not going to take that, no. Sometimes, or occasionally. Second bonus, quid Anglicae significat caedes? Captain, do you need an answer?
No answer.
Okay. It can be, if you want to keep it in the theme, slaughter or murder or havoc or killing. Those would all be the noun versions of caedes. It's also the second person future, you will kill or you will slaughter. Would have taken that as well. Any number of things there, but we got 10 points on the toss-up for that one for the B team. And that brings us to toss-up number 10. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Exire mihi placet.
C2.
Pleases me to leave.
It pleases me to leave is correct for 10 points. First bonus, C team. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Furibus fugere non licet.
Thieves are not allowed to flee.
Yeah, take that for 5 points. Second bonus, translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Duos annos trans mare navigavimus.
We sailed across the sea for 2 years.
We sailed across the sea for 2 years is correct for a full 20 points on question number 10. And that brings us to our second score check.
Team A has 10 points, Team B has 30 points, Team C has 115 points.
Good time for a sip of water, halfway point, if anyone wants to know. Really? Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. Let's go. Cheers. All right, now that we've all wet our whistles, let's jump back into the back half of this round. Toss-up 11. In Book 14 of Homer's Iliad, which goddess, in an attempt to influence the outcome of the Trojan War, asked a son of Nyx to help her
C2.
Hera.
Hera is correct, to temporarily incapacitate her husband Zeus. First bonus, C team. Who was this son of Nyx who assisted Hera?
Hypnos.
Hypnos is correct for 5 points. Second bonus, in Book 16, which Trojan ally's body is carried away by sleep and death to his home in Lycia? Sarpedon is correct for a full 20 on question 11. Toss-up number 12 for any player. When recognized, perform or describe the following command. Monstra moderatori titulum nominis tui.
C2.
Thank you, that's correct. Good looking name tag. C team, your first bonus. Perform or describe the following commands. Surgite et clamate io certamen.
Yo, Certamen!
That'll work, 5 points. And your second bonus, please perform or describe the following commands. Narrate auditoribus hic locus est frigidus.
Repeat.
Perform or describe the following commands. Narrate auditoribus hic locus est frigidus.
This place is cold.
I'm freezing in here.
We'll take it for a full 20. Nicely done, nicely done. All right, that's full 20 points on question 12 for the C team. On to question number 13. Where might a Roman have seen a man cutting himself free with a knife after colliding with a rival around the meta at the end of the spina?
A1.
Chariot races.
A1.
Circus Maximus.
Circus Maximus is correct. 10 points on the toss-up for the A team. A, your first bonus. How many horses pulled the quadriga, the most common form of chariot?
4.
4 is correct for an additional 5 points. Your second bonus. If a horse was called a centenarius, what distinction had it achieved?
It had run 100 races.
Can you be more specific?
It had won 100 races.
It had won 100 races is the correct answer. That's full 20 on toss-up number 13. Toss-up number 14. What hero, who killed famous kings like Hippocoon, Neleus, Laomedon?
C2.
Heracles.
Heracles is correct. And Eurytus was most famous for serving his cousin by contemplating completing mighty tasks such as avian pest control and royal clothing theft, as well as lion and hydra slaying. And that's Heracles or Hercules. First bonus for the C team. Which daughter of the aforementioned Eurytus did Heracles attempt to marry by winning an archery contest?
Iole.
Iole is correct for an additional 5 points. Second bonus. Which centaur convinced Heracles' wife Deianira to take his toxic blood, playing on her jealousy of Iole?
Nessus.
Nessus is correct for an additional 5 and a full 20 on question 14. And that brings us to toss-up 15. Which of the following, if any, does not belong because of derivation? Augment, authority, auxiliary, auction.
C2.
Auxiliary.
It's incorrect, sorry.
A1.
Augment.
Augment is also incorrect. Clear, I'll repeat with the B team. Which of the following, if any, does not belong because of derivation? Augment, authority, auxiliary, auction.
B1.
Authority.
Also incorrect. They all belong by derivation. That sneaky little if any. So no points on toss-up number 15. And it's time for a score check.
Team A has 30 points. Team B also has 30 points. And Team C has 175 points.
Quickly. Haste. Not so much haste that you drop your shirt. All right. Going.
Real fast.
Okay. Toss-up 16. Listen carefully to the following passage about King Croesus of Lydia and Solon the Athenian, which I will read twice, then respond in English to the questions that follow. The passage. Olim Croesus, vir dives, ludiam regebat, dum solum sapientia notus, ludiam visitat, rex eum rogavit, quis est homo felicissimus in mundo? Solum pecuniam Croesi non laudans, respondit Agricola nomine tellus, erat neque dives neque pauper, sed liberos habuit, et morebatur patriam suam custodiens. I'll read it one more time through. Olim Croesus, vir dives, ludiam regebat, dum solum sapientia notus, ludiam visitat, rex eum rogavit, quis est homo felicissimus in mundo? Solum pecuniam Croesi non laudans, respondit Agricola nomine tellus, erat neque dives neque pauper, sed liberos habuit, et morebatur patriam suam custodiens. The question, what was Solon well known for?
C2.
His wisdom.
His wisdom is correct for 10 points. Your first bonus, C team. What did Solon fail to praise?
The wealth of Croesus.
The wealth of Croesus is correct for 5. Second bonus, what was Tellus, the happiest man on earth, doing when he died?
Defending his country.
Defending his country is correct for an additional 5 and a full 20 on question 16. Question 17 for any player. Using the noun civis, give the appropriate Latin form for citizen in the sentence, Caesar led the citizens in...
C2.
Civites.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'll repeat the question. Using the noun civis, give the appropriate Latin form for citizen in the sentence, Caesar led the citizens into war. Using the noun civis, give the appropriate Latin form for citizen in the sentence, Caesar led the citizens into war.
B3.
Kiwis.
Can you repeat that for me?
Kiwis.
Kiwis is a correct answer, yes. 10 points on the toss-up for the B team. First bonus, B team. Now, using civis, give the appropriate Latin form for citizen in the sentence, Caesar trusted the citizens because he knew they would make the right decisions. Need an answer, Kat?
Kiwi.
I'm sorry, incorrect. Kiwibus. Kiwibus. Second bonus. Again, using civis, give the form for citizen in part of the citizens wanted to continue fighting. Kat?
Kiwibus.
Incorrect. Kiwium. Genitive. But that's 10 points on the toss-up for the B team. And that brings us to toss-up number 18. Provide the Latin phrase and English translation for the abbreviation ETAL period, which is often used
C2.
And Ali and others.
at Ali and others is correct for 10 points. Often used to denote further contributors to a paper in a bibliography at Ali and others. Your first bonus, C team. Provide the Latin word and English translation for the abbreviation IBID period.
Ibidem same place.
Keep it in the same place is correct for 5. Second bonus, where in an academic paper might you see the abbreviation IBID period?
Footnote?
Footnote will work, yeah, absolutely. And that's 20 points on question 18. Which brings us to the penultimate toss-up, toss-up 19. Who, the first mortal on Ithaca to learn the true identity of the disguise?
C2.
Euroclea.
Incorrect. Clear and I'll repeat. Who, the first mortal on Ithaca to learn the true identity of the disguised Odysseus, had recently returned from sandy Pylos with a seer and had spent years supporting his mother, Penelope. Who, the first mortal on Ithaca to learn the true identity of the disguised Odysseus, had recently returned from sandy Pylos with a seer and had spent years supporting his mother, Penelope. That's twice through an adequate time, so I'm going to go ahead and call it. It's Telemachus. So no points on 19. Time to find out where we stand going into the end of all this.
Team A has 30 points, Team B has 40 points, and Team C has 215 points.
All right. All right, our final toss-up of the evening, toss-up number 20. What emperor might have gone on to be one of Rome's greatest rulers, if not for his untimely death in 81 AD?
C3.
Titus.
Titus is correct for 10 points, after which he was succeeded by his markedly less beloved brother Domitian. Titus is the answer there. C-Team, your first bonus. Besides the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, name one of the other natural disasters that occurred during Titus's short reign.
Fire.
Fire is correct. Do you know any of the others? For time's sake, I'll speak, but there's a plague too. Like Rome was going through an earthquake. You really could have said a lot of stuff. Anyway, second bonus, final bit for tonight. Perhaps Titus's only major controversy was the affair he carried on with a Jewish princess. Name her.
Yeah, Berenice.
Berenice or Berenike is correct for a full 20 on question number 20. So the tally will get our final scores.
Team A, 30 points, Team B, 40 points, and Team C, 235 points.
Players, friends, parents, coaches, thank you very much. That was quite a fun round. Please feel free to fill out the moderator feedback that was on the orientation. Go forth and enjoy your evening. We'll have another great time tomorrow night.